Well, this is not ideal. Apparently, I don't have a Wi-Fi connection in the Plattsburgh Animal Hospital parking lot. But that's okay. I'm going to make this video and post it to my Small Steps Go Places page, and next week I will be in a place where I definitely have Wi-Fi service. Live and learn is the life of a small business owner. So, welcome to Take 5 with Genevieve. I am so glad that you're joining me here Thursday at 1 o'clock. We are going to dive a little deeper into what sorts of things, skills and otherwise, that high school students, teens, need to have to be successful or just to do well. That's really what I want to say. What do teens need to do well in high school, college, and beyond? So we are almost to Labor Day, and teens are returning to high school. They are perhaps going to high school for the very first time, and that is happening. And something that they need to have so that they will do well in high school and college and beyond are good communication skills. Not only to meet old friends and to make new friends, but when they are communicating with adults. And so I would like to tell you about what I spent part of my time doing earlier this year. I taught a virtual class for high school students. Actually, it was a series of classes. And some of the classes that I taught were how to set up a relevant planner, how to choose and use a mentor, 5 differences between high school and college. But much to my surprise, there were a couple of classes that these teens who were coming to the classes really thought were important. One was called How to Introduce Yourself in a Charming Way, and the other was called How to Ask a Relevant Question. So the titles of these 2 classes are really adulty. And I apologized to the students for that. I was like, these are really kind of lame, but what I'm doing in the classes is really important, and I firmly believe that. And so it was surprising with the number of students who came to these classes and what they had to say afterwards. If I could think of 3 things about these classes that would be a takeaway for me, I would say first, it was watching the awareness of the connection between people's bodies and the use of their voice. Then I would say that they came to this class because they had a personal issue that they wanted to get better at with communication to move forward with. And the last thing was that I was able to give them a small set of steps that they could use to learn to communicate better, and those steps had measurable results. So first of all, here I'm gonna get those steps out of my purse here. First of all, I would have students leave where their screens were, go stand against the wall, making sure that the back of their head, their shoulders, their bottom, and their heels were against the wall. Breathe in for 10 seconds, hold it, breathe out for 10 seconds, and then go back to their screen and type what they got from the experience. I got quite a few that hurt. That was surprising. That's weird. And even a few I've done that before. That was also the people who have meditated, which was a really good thing. It was exciting to see students, teens, become more aware of the power of being connected to their bodies and how that would help them use their voices the way that they wanted to. The second is they had personal situations that they wanted to improve. Many students talked about wanting to get an answer from a teacher to move forward in their class, and how they felt that they weren't being heard or seen, and they would ask the question over and over with not the results that they wanted. And also a few students had been asking their parents for things and really didn't feel recognized at all. So all I'm saying is if a teen has something that they truly care about, even if it doesn't fall under academic, that is a great opportunity to help them gain a tool or gain experience in something that's going to help them do well in high school and beyond. And finally, the 3 steps that I was able to give to them in these classes and the results. So, in how to introduce yourself in a charming way, the 3 steps are: stand up straight and speak clearly. Very old school, but it's very important. Know to whom and why you're introducing yourself, because this is the beginning of a relationship, not just a quick introduction. And having a transition plan from where you are now to them and why. And the 3 steps in asking a relevant question were: be specific about what you want or need to know. Offer examples that you believe in or already understand, and speak clearly, loud enough to be heard, and smile gently. These were simple instructions. I used them as part of homework. Teens had no problem going and using them. And the measurable results were people would come back to me and say, finally, the teacher understands I'm here, and I've asked a question that is allowing me to get the information so I can move on in this class. And always my favorite, someone wanted a higher allowance and calmly and clearly made their case and got their higher allowance, as well as a couple of other items. So your take 5 with Genevieve takeaway today is it's important to help your teen understand that their voice is important, that if there's something that is frustrating them, that they can use this skill to move through it and to get to a place where they're more confident. And that when you have steps to doing things, that leads to measurable results. So thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday for Take a Tip from Small Steps. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.